back. After the RBI cut rates a fortnight ago, there was much anticipation that home loan seekers will get a big relief. But have they? And by how much? Mayura Mantri finds out.
For those hoping for a 25 basis point cut in Reserve Bank of India's key rates, the 50 bips slash seems a boon. But burdened with bad loans and flagging deposit growths, will banks and housing finance companies pass on the entire quantum to home loan seekers?
So I do expect that number of the medium and large size banks in our country in the current quarter will adjust rates downwards and pass on this benefit to retail, consumers, housing loan borrowers, and gradually to SMEs as well.
Banks have to make sure that the base rate comes down to a certain extent before they can actually pass on the benefit in terms of lower lending rates. So now the feeling we're getting is that even with a 50 basis points reduction in your deposit rate, what really is happening to the base rate could be impacted by around 15 to 20 basis points. It won't be exactly directly 50 basis points.
A quarter will not be soon enough for existing home loan consumers who are reeling under EMIs pegged at interest rates of 11.5 to 12.5%. When it comes to new consumers though, key banks and housing finance companies have pegged rates much lower. State Bank of India, ICICI Bank, PNB and the largest lender of home loans, HDFC, are offering a rate of 10.75% for loans between 30 to 75 lakh rupees. When it comes to loans above 75 lakh rupees, SBI, PNB and HDFC offer a rate of 11%, while ICICI Bank is slightly higher at 11.25%. What's clear then is that the existing customers and not the new ones would continue to bear the brunt of higher rates until banks choose to pass the rate cut benefit to them. Experts say that by the time the cut in interest rates trickles down to consumers, it will be too insignificant to impact the ongoing slump in realty.
These are very small and insignificant kind of corrections or reductions that we are observing. Over a long period of time, it has to sustain that way. If you're talking about markets to come back on the normal track, what they were about 2.5 to 3 years back, then we have to also look at the mortgage values or mortgage rates going down by at least 250-300 bips minimum, because it's already at an all-time high right now.
While the nominal change in interest rates may convince a few fence-sitters to seek funding, the rest are likely to wait and pray for a stronger trend to emerge and signal the end of the high interest rate era. Manasvi Gilani and Mayura Mantri, NDTV.
Why are banks taking that long to pass on the rate cut is a big question. And are large banks doing it or only a handful? We're going to find that out with Harsh Rungta, founder and CEO of ApnaPaisa.com, and Kajal Gandhi, AVP Research, ICICI Direct. Kajal and Harsh, thanks very much for joining me. Kajal, I was just speaking to you a little while ago and you mentioned the fact that, the rate cut is going to be extremely slow. The benefits are going to be passed on to the consumer or the industry very, very slowly. And we shouldn't expect that to happen over the next 3 months and anyhow, the entire 50 basis cut. Is that correct?
True. We should not see entire 50 basis points passing on to the consumers so fast. We should expect 25 basis points if across everybody cuts the base rate. At least to that extent, there will be some impact for the home loan customers and for the across other corporates, which should be slightly beneficial, but we don't expect very soon the transmission to happen.
Okay, Harsh, we did show State Bank of India at 10.75, but the point is it's a special scheme. Base rate hasn't been cut by the largest bank in the country. So what's going on? I mean, on ground, how many banks have really cut their base rate and passed on? I mean, base rate is of course directly linked to home loan rates, but other than that, how many banks and housing finance companies have really passed on even a 25 basis cut to the customer?
So I think quite a few banks have dropped base rates by 25 basis points. I mean, if you just take the big four in home loans, I mean, SBI hasn't cut base rates, HDFC hasn't cut its RPLR or whatever floating rate index it has. ICICI has cut its base rates, but in a very, very curious case, it has increased spreads for new customers. That means for the first time probably, new customers continue to pay the 10.5, 10.75 or 11.25 that they were paying before the base rate cut, but the old customers benefit by 25 basis points. It's probably history in the making there. And Axis Bank hasn't cut base rates either. So, I mean, The big guys haven't really cut base rates big time. A lot of public sector banks have, the smaller ones have cut some base rates, some by 10 basis points, a lot of them, some of them by 25 basis points. But on the ground, no real, no very serious impact.
So Harsh, what do you do? I mean, if you are with one of the large banks that we just mentioned, whether it's HDFC or SBI, and you're not even getting a 25 basis cut, do you just switch? Don't these banks worry that they will lose customers? And you're saying ICICI has cut it at least for the old customers, but may not get new business then. How do you deal with the fact that your bank hasn't cut rates?
So I think clearly it's only the more aware customers who will benefit. I mean, today it's a very simple. With prepayment charges, now RBI also making a declaration that it will come out with guidelines which will prohibit prepayment charges on floating rate loans. NHB already having done so. Prepayment charges are now history, right? If on a floating rate loan today you're paying more than 10.75, you're paying too much. And if you don't want to take action, I don't think you have anybody else to blame but yourself. I mean, sure, the government should be doing something, the regulator should be doing something. I mean, it doesn't take away the responsibility from them. But I think consumers should be equally responsible. Why do you think the history has happened where old consumers have got the benefit for the first time and the new ones haven't? And that's because they are moving in drafts more and more through shows like this, through other media. Clearly consumers are becoming aware that they are not getting what is right, they are rightfully entitled to. And once they decide to shift, and a lot of them decide to shift, banks are forced to pass on the benefit to them, even though regulations currently are not in place, forcing them to offer the same rate to old customers and new customers.
Okay, Kajal, I'm going to come to you. Harsh said that, regulator will probably have to step in if this doesn't get speeded up. But 50 basis point, one was hoping that at least home loan borrowers would get the relief. Even the industry would get that relief. It's reeling under high interest burden, but it's not likely to happen. So do you think that there is some kind of a directive which could go out by RBI or the finance ministry here in New Delhi, asking the banks to accelerate passing on the benefits to the customer, maybe even the industry, or do you think that's not likely to happen?
I think there is a regulation, or I can say a directive which RBI has come out with, which says uniformity of rates should be passed on to the customers, where it says there should not be too much of distinction between a home loan borrower who is an existing or a new one if the risk profile, credit risk profile remains the same. In that case, if we think bankers should move, but since it's going to impact them quite substantially, they are not doing it on an aggressive basis. But yeah, over time you will see these things happening. And even as Harsh rightly said, as consumers start taking these steps because there is no prepayment penalty, then bankers will be forced to do it very soon.
Harsh, 50 basis point, I mean, both of you have ruled out that that's pretty much not likely to happen. Is there any connection between softer home loans and demand for housing at all, or you don't think that there is any direct correlation between the two?
Oh, there absolutely is a correlation. I mean, when interest rates are low, your loan eligibility is higher, clearly, because the EMIs are less and therefore you are eligible for a higher amount, but it needs to be significantly lower. And we must not forget that interest is one element of cost. The largest element of cost is the capital cost of the property, plus there is an interest cost. So I think, yes, interest does play a substantial and a significant role, but so does property prices. And I think the two of them together, or a significant movement in one of them, would lead to an increase in demand. Right now what we have seen, we have not seen any movement in property prices, and we have seen an insignificant reduction, if at all, in interest rates. So this step is unlikely to have any demand on any impact on the demand, unless it becomes much more significant or something else happens on the property prices side, which looks unlikely as of now.
Okay, neither are going to, nobody is going to blink, I think, the buyer or the seller. Harsh Rungta, Kajal Gandhi, thanks very much for joining in this very interesting debate. So that's the key takeaway. Rates are not going to come down very quickly. At least the 50 basis point may not get passed on to you as a home loan taker, but you could get the benefit of 25 basis point. If your bank's not bringing it down, just switch banks. In terms of should you go out and buy a home now that home loans have got cheaper by 25 basis point? Not really. It's not substantial enough. Okay, let's get back to taking our next caller online. Ifat Yasmin has a question. Hi, Ifat. Go ahead. How can we help you?